Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, smash that subscribe button and turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I'm saying a very big shout out to every one of you for the support you all showing me here with. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this young man. I don't even know where he is from. I don't care to know where he is from. Then number one is that, with everything going on in Congo, Sudan, Palestine, and all that, we all are seeing what is going, the genocide that is going on. We can see it real, that things are going wrong. And people are talking about boycotting some certain brands because the money we use them, they use it to fund what is going on. And somebody actually, a full-grown man, an adult, a man, came out online to say, who are we? Calling people out to ask them, how dare you tell me what to do and what not to do? And then when he saw that a lot of people are coming for him, he decided to make another video to say that I am not patronizing Starbucks and all that. But he was, I am just tired of some people. Let's get into this.
Yes, I know the first thing you're going to look at is my cup because you want to make sure it's not Starbucks.
Bitch, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot buy with my own motherfucking money, what I could drink and what I can't drink with my motherfucking money. How dare you? See, this is the thing. We've gotten to a place in society where people feel so comfortable enough to police what other people are doing with what the fuck they got going on. How the hell do you want to say that you're better than the pro-life people, the Bible-thumping people who don't want you to exist in this world because they don't want you to be trans, they don't want you to identify as non-binary, play with a different sports team because of your specific gender, they don't want you to be gay, they want to force you to have that baby if you don't want to have it, yet at the same time, you want to force other people to boycott what the fuck you want to boycott? You mad as hell that people drinking Starbucks? Are you fucking serious? That you got people bullied and harassed enough that they got to make a 1.5-minute video explaining the fact that they were drinking a coffee cup and it looked like it was from Starbucks, but it really wasn't from Starbucks? Are you fucking shitting me? You must be shitting me. I'm on candid camera. Bitch, am I being punked? Where the fuck is Ashton Kutcher? You know what I'm saying? Like this, something. If I had one wish, bitch, it'd be that. I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can drink and can't drink. You done lost y'all motherfucking minds on this motherfucking app. This shit won't do no motherfucking views because at the end of the day, people will suppress this content because it's the fucking truth. But y'all done lost y'all motherfucking goddamn minds. Lost it. Bitch, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot buy with my own motherfucking money, what I could drink and what I can't drink with my motherfucking money.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all so fucking lame. Y'all so lame. People who've been talking like this, people who have been making videos like this, who've been liking shit like this, y'all so lame. The people will never be free because the people will never be united. This is so sad. This is like rich people look at us and just laugh. Like we're so foolish to them. Because of people like you, bruh. There is a universe out there. There's a possibility where if every single person on the planet refused to drink Starbucks or any Starbucks related drink, where they would lose hundreds of millions of dollars, will go near broke just off the fact that we weren't drinking. But you know why that will never happen? Because we're fighting with ourselves like fools. Where we're like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm going to drink it. That's why they can do whatever they want to do. This is why rich people can do whatever they want to do, because they know no matter what, people are going to still buy whatever it is that they're selling. Because we're stupid. We stand on nothing. Like, it's a very simple concept. It's not something hard to understand. People are dying. Starbucks is funding that. We won't go to Starbucks anymore. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. And to them be like, I don't give a fuck. You went about this whole video going, no one's going to fucking tell me where I can spend my motherfucking money. The government does that to you every single day. And like a bitch, you take it. Like we all do. We have to. Why? Because we don't stand on shit. They take taxes every day. They tell us what we can and can't have. If they want to ban something from America, they do it. Like, we have no say. We shut up and take it. Because of that mindset where we're like, where you only care for yourself, you don't look out for the other person, for the person next to you, and then we end up living like this. It's homeless people everywhere. It's hungry people everywhere. It's mad expensive to live in America, and it just keeps getting worse. But we're like, you know what? And I'm not saying going to Starbucks or not going to Starbucks is gonna fix all these problems. That's not my point. But I'm saying that mindset of where you can't stand on shit is why, like, that and at the end of the day, that hurts humanity as a whole. Like, that does hurt. Like, that, it doesn't help at all.
Bitch, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot buy with my own motherfucking money, what I could drink and what I can't drink with my motherfucking money.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all so fucking lame. Y'all so lame. People who've been talking like this, people who have been making videos like this, who've been...
Okay, tell me if you agree with me. The dude before me had a beautiful take. In my mind, he already made the cake. I just wanted to add some frosting. Y'all know how, like, in the movies, everybody got this set game plan. And it's like, are we gonna do this thing? And da-da-da-da. And it's supposed to be impossible, but they work together and things of that nature. All we gotta do is stick to the plan. You play your position, da-da-da-da. And everything is going smoothly. You know what? What just came to my mind? A more tangible example. A robbery. All you gotta do, you guard here, I'll do here. It's going well. It's going smooth. There's no issues, there's no problems. Out the woozah, for whatever reason, whatever excuse, somebody, this. And just aborts the plan. Maybe they're supposed to be a getaway driver. They choose to drive away because they don't know what's happening inside. All they gotta do, what is it? Trust the process. All they gotta do is just play their position. And they make $50 million. But because of one part, do you know how you be, when I see that, right? I'll be screaming at the screen. Bro, oh my gosh, all you had to do. That's me, right? Y'all know the dude at the beginning of this video is the perfect example of that. And every single person that agree with him is like that too. We'll never be free, but not because of like whatever they do. And I really think that's something that we miss. We be like, oh, they're doing this, oppression, this, But it's not what they're doing. It's how we're reacting to it. I never paid attention to any of my history classes. Except for a couple. Because for some reason, the history teachers are always solo. They're just the universally coolest teachers in the school. But I do remember this one thing, and it popped up in my mind as I was getting ready to make this vid. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find a picture. I found it. The people don't know their true power. This hit me like a ton of bricks. Insert whoever you think is untouchable right here. They're being held up by us. What will happen if we all just stepped off that John? Timber! But because of the world we live in, it'll never happen. And I don't want to get too deep, so I'll just sneak this in there. I heard him saying stuff about Christians and this, that, and the third. But Jesus talks about exactly what I just spent this entire video talking about in one word. Meekness. Have a good day, everyone.
Starbucks, are you fucking serious?
The first thing I want to do really quickly before I talk about this video is point people just to the list of what the BDS movement has specifically asked people to be targeting. Sorry, I had to sneeze. So if you'll see in this upper left corner, they talk about specific companies that BDS is asking for people to boycott. Companies on the right that they're asking people to divest from. Organic boycott targets that kind of came about in this conversation when people started to understand more about what was happening to Palestinians. And pressure and non-boycott targets, which are targets that people are asking that people, if they have the ability to boycott, could boycott, but realistically how widespread that these corporations are and how needed on a day-to-day they are, they're non-boycott targets. So what I kind of want to quickly talk about is a quote from Maya Angelou that goes, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." And I think that what I think is most alarming about the video that I stitched was that people are using this comparison of very similar to what we saw during COVID when people were asking people to mask, but then people would say things like, oh, it's my body, my choice. Aren't you guys all about that? It's a very similar weaponization here of, well, queer people are told this, and women's bodily autonomy is being stripped, and just different things like that, and relating it to people asking that others not support companies like Starbucks. Once again, I really want to stress the fact that when you're looking at this conversation about Starbucks, yes, Starbucks does have a semi-role in this conversation about what is happening to Palestinians. It's particularly attached to the fact that Starbucks, when a group of employees got together at a location to stand for Palestine, Starbucks threatened to sue them. At the same time, Starbucks for years has been having workers strikes and workers violations, to the point where it's like workers are trying to get benefits, and in order to get benefits you have to work full-time hours, and Starbucks are purposely keeping people at like 36 hours so that they can't get benefits and things like that. And so when we have this conversation about Starbucks, I feel like it is more heavily directed towards worker solidarity, class solidarity, and fighting those types of things, which I think are incredibly important, and which is why I think we need to have an understanding before we start trying to equate people asking people that they really enjoy to stand in solidarity with something that is solidarity for class consciousness, solidarity for workers, and things of that nature. What I think is alarming, though, is the weaponization of marginalized groups actively being impacted to somebody asking that one of their faves on here doesn't drink at Starbucks. You know what I mean? Ultimately, like I've said in a lot of other videos, we are not assuming, especially a lot of people who have been talking about workers' movements, workers' rights, and things like that, we are not expecting that people be perfect. But at asking for a divestment or to stop going somewhere where the information in particular when it comes to Starbucks about all of their drinks are readily available for people to make. And maybe that's not something people are willing to do. So maybe it's something like, if you go to Starbucks 5 times a week, you cut it down to 3 times a week, and then you make some things at home. Like, it's just asking for people to take initiative in some way and to stand on something. Oftentimes we have conversations in this country about why we are unable to have real effective change that takes place. And it's because of moments like these where people try to discredit entire movements, or tell people, well, you can't tell me what to do, or become very incredibly individualistic about what we are fighting for. And I think that that's where the problems lie. I understand that for many people, again, I talk about this a lot on my page, talking about how people are stressed to the bone. People are barely able to afford food. People are barely able to do any of these little things for themselves because of how stressful it is to live in the United States. And people are asking in that there are other stresses and there are other terrible things happening to people across all over the world right now that directly correlate to how we consume in this country. Again, I'm not even asking people to be perfect. I don't think a lot of people are asking people to be perfect, because we can't even get people to see the validity and the reason as to why boycotting Starbucks is a good thing, both here and abroad. And that's where these problems lie, because realistically, how badly do you need Starbucks? How badly do you need these things? And I know it's very frustrating, because a long time ago there was a lot of politicians getting on here that were trying to berate people for going to Starbucks or getting these little things for themselves and saying that that's why we don't have enough money, or that's why we're struggling to live. When that couldn't be further from the truth. The reason why we're struggling to live is due to so many things, whether or not it's inflation, whether or not it is cost of living. Just a large variety of things are impacting why we are struggling to live on a day-to-day basis. But there also is a number of things that we are doing, which is why other people abroad are struggling to live on a day-to-day. It never fails to amaze me how, as Americans, we can't seem to gather around a collective cause for long enough, or burn out the people who are trying to fight for a collective cause, or uplift individuals who should not be in these positions of power, and can't pinpoint that to our level of consumerism that we hold so dearly. And somehow we can always rally around being consumerists, but we can never rally around like people's rights. Like we saw what happened with Black Lives Lives Matter. We saw how very quickly that turned into a conversation of thugs and terrorists and all these different things. And we are seeing the exact same things play out for Palestinians. Or the complete ignoring of the people of Congo, or the people of Sudan, of the people of Tigray. Like, it's just, or Yemen, like all of these different places. And we wonder why, as Americans, we continue to struggle for even just basic human rights when we can't even there can't even be one thing we choose to rally around. And we choose to allow politicians that have been in these positions of power to continue to convince us that things are just business as usual, is just normal. Like, what is happening is just normal. So I strongly implore people to take a look at a lot of the workers' rights situations that are happening all over the country, the number of strikes that we've had in the past year, the number of organizations and groups of people who have been demanding more for themselves as individuals, because those things all go hand in hand in us being able to collectively elevate, if that makes sense. Us being able to help one another formulate community aid, formulate these community spaces, really ties to us being able to find solidarity and solidarity within people who might not even be within this country. Because something that a lot of Americans want to ignore, because it is to our own benefit in certain ways, is that the ways in which America conducts its business literally have a ripple effect throughout the world. But not so often do the effects of other people in the global majority have an effect on what happens here. And that is a very unique and important power to use for good. We have to recognize that our abilities here to boycott, to protest, is unlike a lot of other places. And because of that, we have to use it wisely, and we have to use it in a way that actually says to hold accountable the people we have put into power, because they have ramifications on people all over this world. And if we continue to choose to ignore these things, when it comes time for Americans which we are at that point, who are really suffering and really struggling and need the support of the world, we will never find it, because we choose to disregard everybody else's struggles and platform our own consumerism over everybody else's needs.
How the hell do you want to say that you're better than the pro-life people, the Bible-thumping people?
Okay, so long story short, this nigga didn't even buy the Starbucks. He was just yapping for no reason, and he was trying to, like, conflate the BDS movement to Christian nationalism, which is dumb for, like, many reasons. But one of them being, like, you don't know how boycotts work and how effective they can be. Like, one of the reasons why apartheid ended in South Africa was because people boycotted the companies that were directly supporting South African apartheid. And then here in America, I mean, during the Jim Crow era, the Montgomery bus boycotts worked. So, this nigga just yapping for no reason. But I think this leads to a much larger point. Because, of course, he's from Atlanta, doing the most for no fucking reason. And I have this theory that if you live down here for 5+ years, you get infected with this dumb nigga disease. Because even I was on this, like, nonsense time and I won't put in my life. So, like, I genuinely think that if you live down here for like 5+ years, there's like an infection that just, like, overtakes you type shit.
Bitch, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot buy with my own motherfucking money, what I could drink.
Going that hard for some shitty booty dookie ass coffee is crazy. No, because spending $12 on a drink is insane. Why? If you can't go a day without getting Starbucks or McDonald's or something, then there's an issue up here. Go to the store, buy some groceries, and make a burger or make some instant coffee or just something. Like, it will be cheaper and it's going to taste better and it's going to be healthier. So just do that. I don't know why people are fighting for their lives to defend these brands. Like, come on now.
Yes, I know the first thing you're going to look at is my cup, because you want to make sure it's not Starbucks. No, it's not Starbucks. In my last video, a lot of people were leaving comments wanting to know if it was Starbucks, or they assumed it was Starbucks. And so they're, leaving comments in support of Palestine, which I do respect, because, I think that y'all do great with informing people, but it strikes up another conversation that I want to have with y'all. For lack of better words, I know how aggressive the internet can get, especially when you're doing something that's wrong or that a group of people just does not like. And what I don't want is for y'all to harass people who aren't doing anything wrong in their comments. So let me give y'all some tips. If somebody is blatantly talking about Starbucks, saying they went to Starbucks, you see the logo, all of that, then what I recommend is that you just leave informative comments, because even if they don't care to listen, somebody else will. And something else you should do is go to people's pages, see the kind of videos they post, see the kind of things they talk about. Because had some of y'all come to my page, you would have seen my support for Palestine and me talking about how I'm not going to Starbucks anymore. And even though I clarified in the comments that I'm not drinking Starbucks, people were still in the comments after the fact saying that I'm drinking Starbucks. And it leads me to believe that y'all don't look for information. Some of y'all are just ready to accuse people of stuff, and that can be dangerous. If you don't know something for sure, it is so much better to ask than assume. Because when you assume and that assumption follows up with accusing somebody of something, you have made a certainty in your mind. And that's harmful because some of y'all assumptions be wrong. I know if it's happening to me, it's happening to other people. And y'all really have to be careful with that, because I don't think y'all understand the kind of culture that can be created around that. Your advocacy can quickly become harmful, and then that could be directed at people who aren't even doing anything wrong. So whenever y'all see me with a coffee cup, please just know, and I'm telling y'all now, it is not Starbucks.
The infamous coffee cup that went viral in the last 24 hours. Let's talk about it. This is not a coffee cup that I bought yesterday to make a video. I have not spent any money on Starbucks. The fact that I'm saying all of this shit is fucking crazy to me. But the reality is this. This was a gift from years ago. And I use this as a demonstration point to say, I wish a motherfucker would tell me what the fuck I can and cannot do with my money, because the entire point of my video was to say that people should not be harassed online, coerced online, or bullied into submission to any ideology or any viewpoint. Let me say this. I support the people who want to support the boycott. If that is a cause that you want to decide to put your time and energy and effort towards, and informing other people and galvanizing and community organizing, absolutely do that shit. Stand on that. I'm 100% always going to support that. The people who knew and who watch me and who follow me and understand that I do the same thing with voting and do the same thing with being politically and civically engaged in this country understood what I was saying. The people who didn't know me, the people who just saw what was on face value, decided to think that I was doing a couple things. One, they thought that I was harassing or attacking the original poster when I was agreeing with the original poster, because the original poster was talking about the fact that people are harassed online when assumptions are made that are wrong and that can cause harm. I was agreeing with her that we should not be doing that, and people attacked me for that. People also gave me death threats. This is one of the easier ones that I can put on this app, because, you know, they block you for everything. Hope you rot in hell, you fucking gay-ass bitch. You support genocide. You're a racist, disgusting, horrible person. I hope you fucking feel pain. I hope someone comes into your house at night time, steals everything you have, literally one fire, and you get third-degree burns. And then I hope you go to the hospital, they give you some stuff, and then you go to the hospital bed and you get up and your skin is still in the hospital bed. Or like these, being called a monkey online. I'm not going to put any other ones because there's too much to document, but I will say that the end is this. People should not be, as evidenced by those DMs and those messages and those comments, if you can go back, because the comment section is fucking in shambles, that people should not be bullied or coerced into believing something that you want them to believe. As a matter of fact, pedagogically is not the most sound thing to do. It is not the best method of trying to get people to understand where you're coming from, and it's not the best method of change. But if that's what you want to do, you go ahead and do that. I'm just saying I will never support harassment online the way that y'all even harass me. That's all I got to say about it. The people who know, the people who don't know, ask me questions. I'm open to it. The people who don't know and are hell-bent on misunderstanding, you can block me, you can unfollow me.
So this is
we got to
all
get
I
back
got
to
from
business.
this video. Trust me, I do not support bullying or anything, but whatever he is getting, he deserves it. Sincerely speaking, these are the kind of people that are, these are the kind of people that we all agree to do something for the benefit of everybody. And some people are just going to be out there wilding and being silly for no reasons. A lot of people are out there dying. I mean, he is, I don't know where he's from or wherever he is from. He can hear what is going on. He can see what is going on all over the internet. He sees people dying. He sees the genocide going on in Congo, Sudan, and the rest of them. And he has the guts to tell us who are... Actually, we do not have any rights to tell you what to do and what not to do. But then a sensible person knows that people shouldn't be funding what is going on. If you are a sensible person, you know that kids are not supposed to be dying. If you are a sensible person, you should know that humanity first before any other thing. If you are a sensible person, you know that you are blessed to actually be alive. There are some people out there, some kids out there who do not even know what they are going to do the next week. They are going to live the next day or not, or they are going to, I mean, some girls are being SA every 60 kids per hour. And somebody has the audacity to come out here to spew rubbish. I mean, it's just unfortunate that full-grown men, look at this, a full-grown man comes out here to defend rubbish. Of course, we do not have the right to tell you where to shop, what to do, and all that. But then I am still going to, I will keep screaming that we are boycotting Starbucks. We are boycotting Apple products, Samsung technologies too. There is no need for you to buy a new phone. There is no need buying another one. So we are boycotting them as much as we can, because we will not be giving our money to people that will use it to fund genocide. Yes, Puma, McDonald's, all of them. There is no need going there. You can make your food. You can make your coffee. Support other stores than all these stores. We can do it. So this is all I got to say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.